Hello, everybody. Made astrology report as I promised a while back in the Facebook. I couldn't get it done because I was called to go back to work. I know that quite a few wanted that report right there in a minute, but sometimes things it is what it is. Okay, currently the way the energy represents itself is we have the moon as Scorpio, and the energy it's pretty good for focus on the changes that we need to do, the last changes, the last thing that we need to let it go of the end of the astrology year, which is it's coming up right now. Monday morning, it's gonna be the birth of the new astrology year, and that is the moment when the sun enters Aries. And right now, quite a few people feel this tensions, this pressures of unfinished business, of getting in touch with someone, getting seen someone from the past. All of a sudden, someone from the past reappears. All of a sudden, situation from the past reappears. Things that needed to be learned, all of a sudden has to be learned. Simply because when the moon it's in Scorpio, we look at it dig deep within the underworld, and that's what it's going on right now. And simply, the moon it's gonna continue and move. And once the moon, the emotions from the moon figure out what needs to let go and what needs to stay, it's gonna go to areas and areas that's gonna be this part of the talk of what you did, how you did it, and what's going on. And then it's gonna be made a decision for cardinal changes, which is the final changes for the year, which is in Capricorn. And then the moon it's gonna move, and it's gonna be this desire for evolution, but there is no evolution without revolution. And that revolt it's gonna be done when the moon it's in Aquarius. And once that the revolving part comes in, then the soul is gonna provide its soul power in Pisces, and the souls get prepared for the new year when the moon enters Aries for the first time for the new year. And that it's gonna be when the moon and the sun is gonna meet together of Aries. That's gonna be the brand new moon, the brand new learning, the brand new year. A lot of you is gonna feel like a fresh new start that needs to be done, fresh new things that need to be done properly. Now, what's happening at the moment is that people feel the unfinished parts of what they haven't accomplished, what they didn't have to learn, what was not properly done of it. Those are unsolved situations. Those are unspoken words. Those are undone actions that needed to be done. And that's what the sadness comes from it, because deep inside of you you feel something but you don't know what. The sadness comes because all of a sudden the lessons that you didn't learn during this astrology year that's passing by already, you're gonna be forcing to learn it again. This is like you doing the reincarnations without you die within the same body. And a lot of you is gonna feel like, well, last year I learned this, the year before that I learned the same thing. When this is gonna be keep repeating over and over. The only thing that is required is that you keep thinking the same thing, the same stuff. And what is going to need is actions of change, because the only way you properly understand that you change when you do some kind of action. And one of the things that change inside of you, then you understand that you evolve, you moved on it. So to be a more specific, right now I'm gonna put the charts here on for Monday, which is on Monday is gonna be the beginning of the new astrology year. and waiting on the computer to adjust itself. Okay, to be an exact time, and still waiting for the computer. Okay. So while it's adjusting it, okay, so 4 minutes back. I'm trying to get the exact precise timing. Okay, there he is. So this is gonna be a New York time, 6 o'clock, 37 minutes and 57 seconds in the morning in New York, according to the astroteam.com. The sun will be at 0 degrees and 0 minutes in Aries. And right now in Aries, there is together with the sun, there's going to be some four planets. That is a Uranus, that is a Mercury, that is a Venus, and that's going to be the sun. And that part right now of I am, it's going to be very strong, very powerful, simply because the universe is in there, which is Uranus. Uh, the tenor voice, the speaking of Mercury, it's going to be very powerful. This Mercury retrograde, the pre-shadow has not begun, but it's already feeling like the communication's broken down, you talk but you don't hear. Messages get lost, or somebody tells you something and it's like you never understood anything about. Simply because you need to understood with your soul inside. And the things start shifting on that position. The same time, Saturn it's already slowing down to become a retrograde. And on the New Year event, Saturn and the Moon, they're going to be together. And the picture of that part, it's that when the sun is exactly at 0 degrees, the moon is going to be at 27 degrees 34 minutes in Sagittarius. Saturn is going to be on 27 degrees 34 minutes, the same place in Sagittarius. And that's going to be the one of the free flow energies that's going to be controlled by Uranus. The universe is going to ask you to speak in your truth. That's what Sagittarius is. Sagittarius is controlling the writers, the reporters, the people who are exposing the truth, the people who willing to educate others. The educators are there, the teachers are there. And when the moon and Saturn are together, that's the emotions of looking at into the secret, looking at deep into ourselves, deep inside of us. And that new year is going to be very blessed exactly about this part. This is going to be exactly simply because at the same time there's going to be this squaring of the sun. It's going to be intense energy. We're talking about Monday morning. It's going to be intense energy. And the new year is going to be exactly for that, speaking up your truth. We talk about this. We keep talking about this truth. Keep talking about these things on it. The psychic powers is still going to be increasing simply because Neptune's going to be in Pisces for a long time. And the dreams, the visions, the deja vus is going to be increased. And when Neptune moves in Aries, which is going to be quite a few years ahead, we're all going to become practicing those psychic powers given to us. Right now, we mostly learn how to use those psychic powers, and we learn these things how to be. And during the new astrology year, it's going to be okay. What is so important about right now is that A lot of you can feel the sadness of what they have not accomplished. And you have two choices. You can quickly hurry up and accomplish what you wanted. You can say what you wanted. Or you can have option two, sit on your rear end and wait for the new year to reteach you again. But there is no guarantee that is the next year during this time you're not going to be sitting on your rear end again, like for the past, let's say, few years. And that insight, it's felt so much within a personality, and it's not going to be easy for some people to do the things they needed to do. And some of you know exactly that part. They basically abandoned to see this part. They don't want to look at this part. It's more easy to just to go on with life instead of look at it and do the changes. And that's why this pressure, these tensions, it's going to be the T squaring with Jupiter, and currently that will be a Mercury, and Pluto. It's still gonna be an effect. It's all about you to take token actions and make a cardinal changes, and not to listen the one percenters, not to listen the people in charge, not to listen the people who are surrounding you, simply because they currently do not working on your positive talk. It is what it is. And that's why when a Mercury becomes retrograde, it's going to be talking into your soul. So you can listen your soul, not somebody else's opinions. And that part will be strongly pushed during the New Year's energy that is going to come up. And another great part that will be when really we have the first new moon. That new moon is going to be very intense, very powerful, because it triggers the beginning of the birth. Basically, what's happening with that moon is that we learn first for ourselves, and when the moon moves around, let's say, for example, you can picture the way the life goes on. It's the moon, it's an Aries. I'm the baby, I'm learning. I need somebody to babysit me. I'm so much innocent, but I also am terrible, because when I wake up and start walking, I'm gonna be the terrible 2 and 3 years old, and I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be doing whatever I want to. You're not gonna tell me anything until the moon moves into Taurus, whereas actually it's between the age of 3 till 6, where we start learning about the part of that there is a material stuff, there is the things that we need to do, there is the things that we need to be gained. Then the moon moves to Gemini. You learn how to be with your others, like you, so with other human beings, so you can communicate, you can create the friendship, and that's what represents the third house. Later on, you begin to learn how to behave yourself within the family, which is the Cancer. And when you behave into your family, you learn later on, when the moon moves to Leo, that, well, I kind of like start getting understand the things, and I'm the king, I'm the queen, okay, and I can do whatever I want to, and you're hurting people. And when you're hurting people, then you go to the lesson of Virgo, which just tells you, hey, you hurt people, you have to heal. You need to learn how to heal people. And then you learn that you have to, the moon moves into Libra, and then you have to learn how to cooperate. You learn how to work with others, you need to learn how to get in with others. And that will be basically in your lifetime. It's going to be like age of 25 till, let's say, 30. And at that point, you're learning what relationship, what marriage is. And after the 30 years, you evolve and you move to Scorpio. When in the Scorpio, what's happening is Scorpio is the eighth house, and it's known as the house of the dead, simply because there it dies. Everything do not serve your purpose, and during the eighth house, you do the this realization of what doesn't serve your purpose anymore, and what you need to do to adjust it to have a proper life. And that's why during those years, basically, when 30 and up, you actually do these changes for the life. After that, you move to Sagittarius when you talk how you made the changes of your life and what are the things that you did and what you need to do. And then you go to Capricorn, you do the changes that you need to do into the material world. And then after those changes, the people they don't like you, then you become the rebel, which is represents Aquarius. And once represents at Aquarius, and the last stage, you go to Pisces, where the soul is, which is represents the end of your life on it. When at that life, it finally begin to understand the wisdom of everything that needed to be learned. Now, this you learn it every year when the new moon and the full moon goes around, and they trigger the two oppositions. And the opposition that you're going to learn this new year, it's the opposition between of I am and I am with the others. I am within a partnership, I'm within a relationship, I'm within a marriage. And that's why this new year is going to be very powerful, simply because universe is there. Uh, Venus retrograde is going to be there, and at the same time Mercury retrograde. Those four planets will kind of like step it up into the things to give us so much power into me. But you have two retrograde planets on this aspect, and they're in opposition. The first one is Jupiter. Jupiter represents the growth within the soul, within the relationship. And that's why a lot of the twin flames are feeling it. They grow right now. They understand the growing. But the other part, it's Venus, which is retrograde, which is represents that I have to look not me. I have to look at it, my soul, not my ego. I have to make an adjustment. And this is why those two planets are on those opposition, simply to understand that what you need to grow, what you need to understand, basically. I'm giving you those hands up right now simply to make the adjustments. If you're the one who has to do the changes between now and Monday, go ahead, step it up into it. If not, sit in your rear end and begin the new year. Happy New Year to you, and better luck. Better luck this year. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's gonna be fun, and we'll see what the new year is gonna bring to everybody. Thank you so much, Beloved.